Can you really time the markets in crypto? I think to a certain extent you can. I am talking about especially when coins or any market reaches a support level that it is a usually a good bet to actually buy the support and take profits at a resistance level. So I think to an extent you could time the markets because support levels are usually when bounces happen, and resistance levels are usually when um, pullbacks happen, or usually when people take profits, traders take profits. So I think to an extent you could time the markets. That's how I usually trade. I get in at certain support levels. Of course, some support levels are going to be higher success rate than other support levels, right? And of course, getting the entry right is only 50% of the game, in my opinion. However, getting your exit right is also the other half, which could vary depending on how the market performs, right? So that is basically how I at least used to time the markets, right? And that's how I still do it. Of course, these are just my opinions and not financial advice. But we're going to be talking about Zebec Network here and some potential support levels that Zebec Network could bounce off of. Okay. Now, ZBCN here has been having quite a bit of a surge this week, right? And I've talked about this pattern here. If you guys been watching my channel, it should be no surprise to you. I talked about a falling wedge pattern, which usually breaks to the upside, and the price target for this breakout here, which happened quite some time ago, I mentioned that, and it hasn't done too much, right? Except with some of these sudden moves here, right, on this day on these daily candles. And the price target here, basically, Zebec Network went to it to the T here. Was about 0.575 cents. Okay, Zebec Network basically hit that and now getting that resistance here now. Price targets are also potential levels where traders could take profits, right? That could be viewed as a resistance as well. Now, what could Zebec Network be doing here? There are a few scenarios to explore. Okay, on this daily time frame, right? There still could be a cup and handle that is still developing, right? Especially because we have rounded bottoms that basically builds the cup of the pattern, right? And then probably a smaller rounded bottom that builds the handle of the pattern. Now, if of course if this trajectory breaks, then this could invalidate the cup and handle idea. But this right now is still a hypothetical idea, still not developed, but that is a potential scenario. Now let's zoom into Zebec Network here and take a look what could be going on. Okay, this is the let's take a look into the hourly time frame so we can get more clarity. Hourly time frame, very important for Zebec Network to break above this upper trend line here. Because if it doesn't, it could form some type of a falling wedge pattern here, right? It already kind of is in my right here, right? And the next support level that could be coming up to the price action, what I'm seeing is the hourly 200 SMA, which is right here at about 0.46 cents right now. That's going to be pretty in line with the 12-hour 21 SMA. They usually get hit in pairs, right? Together, right? Right now, ZBCN is on the 6-hour time frame. If 6-hour 21 SMA, if you don't get a good bounce from here, then this falling wedge could dip lower, and the next key support I'll be looking at will be the hourly 200 SMA or the 12-hour 21 SMA. So this is basically what I'm seeing for Zebec Network on a higher level and on the lower time frame. Of course, a lot of this is going to depend on what happens with Bitcoin, which is still the driver of this market. I am long on Bitcoin and quite a bit of the altcoins. I am still bullish on this crypto market, but I'll tell you guys when I change my opinion. So this is basically what I'm seeing. Let me know if you guys want to continue seeing more of ZBCN or any other coins in this market. Make sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.